Hey guys, it's the Redstone Wizard here again, bringing you another Redstone tutorial. This time, doing another iron farm. Now, my first two iron farms, their efficiencies weren't as good as they could be. But this one, well, it's pretty close to what it was when we had doors. We had a golem volunteer. As you can see, they do spawn golems. And as for the rates, like I said, the rates are pretty decent. Because I was more worried about how many golems we get versus how much iron we get. Because golems, when they die, they drop anywhere between 3 and 5 iron. So, I did multiple 1-hour tests. I broke them up. Saving immediately, exiting the game because I had other things I needed to do and I just couldn't keep an eye on it. But with 9-hour tests, we're looking at about 11 golems an hour, which one every I'm trying to think of the math and right now I can't do it. Doing math on Yep, just don't do math. 1-hour tests. This was the worst one. These were 2-hour tests, so cut them in half. There you go, 12. 1-hour tests. Yeah, as you can see, it actually does pretty good. Just this one is the one that killed the entire rates. But and the thing is, that's in here is actually everything other than the redstone that the golems dropped. You'll not get a single piece of string from this farm. Say 19, 4, 5 golems spawned. This part's unnecessary. It was just so that I can figure out how many golems were spawning. But yeah, we are actually holding the cats hostage, so to speak, so that you're not getting the string. And literally, you will not get any string because that is the max number of cats for this farm. We got the villagers all in their nice little cells, evenly spaced, exactly where they need to be. And we got the beds right in the center. So, what do you say, guys? Let's get to building this thing. Okay, guys, I'm back, and like always, everything we need to build a iron farm is in here. We need a bunch of blocks to build with. I do recommend using glass for parts of it, the outside mostly. Where you want the golems to spawn, use solid blocks. Where you don't want them to spawn, put glass. I do recommend using ice, but you can use buckets of water if you feel like it. A bunch of fence gates. And for the kill chamber, we need we need 2 sides, and you can do it with 1 lava bucket or 2, that is up to you. We need some type of collection system. And to create the village, we need 20 villagers, 36 beds, and, well, water. Bring a bucket. So, we'll take everything out. We get these building blocks in. We'll break this. And go to wherever you want to build your iron farm. I'm going to build it right here. This one's unable to do anything. So, determine where you want it. And you need to go make a 22 by 22 box floor plan. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. Alright. Double check your counts to make sure that you're right, because if not, you're going to have some issues. So we are at we're at 67, that's 68. So we're technically decreasing on the X. So 22 should be 89. Negative 989 once we get all the way over here. Negative 988. So, but yeah, just make sure you get 22 blocks. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, I had it right the first time. Yeah, this is why you double count. And then we go 22 blocks this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right. So now we got 22 here, 22 there. If we take, well, I'm just going to knock that one out, and we go like this, because we are dealing with right angles, and only right angles, we can actually, this will be an exact, going off of this line right here on the outside edge, will end up being right, the last one will be right at the corner. And we don't have to break any of these blocks. I'm just breaking the ones that I misplaced. But, so all we do is just continue down. This is just a way to check. This is another way to check your count. Bam, bam. Perfect. So next up is to fill this one in. And after we fill it in, we're going to encase it in a 2-high layer of glass. So let's get the glass and the floor in. And once I have that set up, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. And I've got all the, well, outside done. Now what we need to do now is take our fence gates and along this entire wall here, place them. In fact, we need 2 rows of fence gates on all of these. And once you get them in, you can just open them up. Now what we're doing here is controlling where the golems get pushed from. And that's all this is just control. Because I rather have all the golems go from one area to another and not get stuck. So yeah, we'll get all the after we get all these fence gates opened. This is where the ice comes in. We'll just take a temporary block, place it here and here, because we don't need water in those areas. Place your ice on every single part except for in the corner, and one next to each corner. You can break the one in the corner. You don't have to, but making a block easy to break, because we're going to put, well, I do recommend using ice because you can actually continue, place your ice, continue building, and if it, once it melts, it melts. So let's just fill it. Let's just, whoops, spelled wrong. Game rule. Let's just increase the random tick speed to 500. And just to help them out a little bit, let's get some torches. As you can see, as soon as they melt, they start flowing. Now, we know this area right around this area is going to be our center because this is as far as it's going to go. But we have to get in the other corners in first before we do that. So, continue on with your layers of fence gates. Get your 2 wide fence gates here. And we do need every single block here to be a fence gate. Because one is going to allow the golems to spawn because they can spawn in open fence gates. And two, it will allow the control better. So, a lot better control. So, I'll get the rest of this done with the fence gates and the water. And when you get to the corners here, go in the corners, place a temporary block there, put 3 more in the center, 3 more in the corner, place a block. I'll just place the torch, break that, break the block, there we go. Now we got water flowing. You do that to every single corner. We got water flowing, or you can just take a bucket and stick it there and it'll flow. But we want all of them to flow similar to this one, and in the corner here it's going to flow towards this corner over there. These are going to interact without really interacting. So let me get these all sorted, get the water in, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay guys, I'm back, and as you can see, I did get the platform completely built. Now we got a 2 by 2 hole, a dry spot, which we're going to make a hole out of it. This will come in, this is the drop chute. This is where all the golems will drop. But before we do that, we need to get the spot for the beds. So we're going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to just circle around the entire thing, the entire hole. Alright, we don't need this anymore, we can break that. Now, if I was to spawn a golem in, it will not pass through here, because this is a 2 high gap. They need 3 high. They need it to be 3 high to be able to go. Now, what we're going to do is place our beds here. Circle around, placing your beds. And we're going to go do another row. Because we got 6 there. You don't have to circle it around, but personally I just think it looks better. Now the purpose behind the beds all being in the center and confined is to increase the odds of where the golems spawn, being in the platform you want. We're going to go around 3 times total. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to fill this in with beds. So let's get this set up and get our beds in. Now you don't need 36 beds. 36 beds is the maximum amount of beds I would use for any iron farm, because I do not want to lose I do not want to lose any iron. So I figure, I was doing the math, 36 is actually still a pretty decent number. because it's not 40, because we don't want 40 beds, because 40 will get us 10 cats, which then will stop all golems from spawning. So, after we get all our beds in, okay, we got 4, 4, 8, plus 6, 14, plus 6, 20, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30. This is actually plenty of beds. 30 beds, 36 beds. If you feel like it, you could add a few more beds, but no more than 36. Then we're going to break all this out because we do not want that anymore, because we don't need this anymore. And we're going to create a temporary barricade. The temporary barricade is to let the cats through, but not the golems. So, one block above the water, we are going to just circle it around with just a ring of whatever. Temporary blocks. These ones will be broken later. And I did that just to prevent golems from getting in, from getting over there. So now we're going to go on top of the beds. And we will create an exact copy of this platform right here, right on top of the beds. So, a 22 by 22 box centered around here. Well, 22 by 22 platform centered around there. We'll create our floor for the golem. And we'll do a 2 high with the fence gates also. So let's just come all the way out here. Yep, it lines up right there. Your glass will end up right here, which is 1, 2, 3 blocks, or 2 blocks for the floor. So just make your platforms accordingly. I'm going to fill this in. That gets a little tedious, me manually placing it all. I know I could use commands, but it's just, again, tedious because I'm still learning the commands and the command blocks. I've been playing on PS4 for a while, and I know I can do it right there. So let me get this filled in, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I got the second floor done. So it's identical to the first floor, except for there's no beds. So now we need to be able to keep the golems from completely falling through there too. So what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves some 10 blocks again. Difference is, here we go up to and bring in 1. This will allow the cats to fall through, but not the golems. And golems will end up all along the outside of here. The cats will just fall through. So, from here, let's go down to our bottom hole. And we're just going to go down 3 blocks on 2 sides. That's the height of the golem. So we need to create a floor. So we'll create this floor. Inside is 3 high, 2 wide, just big enough for the golems. Now, we want cats not to fall in here. So what we're going to do is from here, we're going to, we can actually just set this up right now for the golems. Yeah, just Yeah, we'll set up the golem catcher first, and then we will change it according to what we need for the cats. So just bring out a bunch of blocks. And honestly, just getting this set up initially is what you want to do. You want to get them where the water flows all the way to the edge here. Okay, we don't need that block. So now what we're going to do is break these because we don't need them. We're going to fill this wall in using temporary blocks, of course, because I'm in creative, all blocks for me are temporary. And we're going to have this back panel here. And what we're going to do here is you can either use, I recommend using glass or slabs and create what I would classify as a small holding cell for the cats. Let's go up one more. Give them at least a little space to wander in. Okay, so let's head right back in here. Break these. Yeah, you could use these signs, but you gotta make sure that they can get into there. So I place it in the glass, and then just water, water. Cats will flow in there now. So let's seal this up. Prevent our cats from spawning in, getting out, and go somewhere in the center. Off of this, or off of here, about 3 blocks. Alright, somewhere in the center. This is too wide, so you have to pick left or right. This is where I'm going to go. And we're going to go down 2 blocks and up 1. From here, we're going to make a 3x3 platform. We're going to fill in the platform except for 1 block. We're going to leave that gap right there. And completely fill it in for a 2 high, 1 wide area. This is where we will be putting our villagers. So then we come back over to here, over to the other side. You can put 10, 10, 5, 5, 4 with 5s. I think I'm going to do the just 2 cell this time. That one was a 4 cell. Yeah, I like to have mine in the exact same locations. I like mine to at least look like it's as uniform, at least be uniform. So now when we get our holding chambers done, now leaving that alone for now so that you can drop villagers in, we're going to put 10 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As you can see, we got a cat. Now what we're going to do once we get 10 in, golems will be able to spawn now. We're going to make sure we're looking at the hitboxes are that you're looking at the glass, not a villager. We're going to put water and a piece of glass. Now the villagers won't be frustrated because they can't get to their beds. They're moving. They're constantly moving. And we're going to go do that at the same side. Oh, we're going to do that over here too. So let me bust this out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Seal them up there. Water. It doesn't matter what villager you have in here. If you're bringing babies in, it's going to be tough because they could have the potential of swimming out. So that's just a fair warning, and you want them to be only in a too high gap. So now what's going to happen is, as we get the cats, we're going to keep track of how many cats we have. We have 5, 6 cats. They're going to keep moving and coming around. And once we have as many beds as we have cats, which the ratio is 4 beds per cat. So 4 to 1. So every 4 beds you have down that's linked to the village, you will get 1 cat. And as long as that 1 cat is still alive, there will be no more cats coming from them. So we've got 6, and we have 30, so we have 1 more to get. Occasionally they might spawn up in here, but if they wander around, they'll end up getting caught into the water stream. So we'll just let that happen. They won't never spawn on there. They can spawn on there, but not likely. That's why I use glass there. Ah, we just had another cat come in. 6. That's still 6. Okay. Yeah, we got 24 beds covered. We just need 2 more, 1 more at least. Well, while you're getting your cats, let's finish up our kill chamber for the golems. We're just going to fill the area in. We're going to leave this gap here. And I'm just going to do 1 more row. And I'm going to go down 1 just because I like the look of it. I'm going to leave a gap here. Come over here. Fill this in. A little cosmetic stuff. Add textures. Add whatever you need to make it work to your benefit. Okay. Now we're going to get our storage. I'm just going to use a single chest. Single double chest. Because I can. I would normally put this into a larger storage with a sorting system to make sure that I get only my iron in one and then I deal with the poppies another way. But yeah, we're going to put hoppers in. There we go. Our hoppers are in. We haven't placed any glass yet. So let's get our glass. Because I like, well, honestly, I do like looking at the golems when they decide to breathe lava. Going to fill this all the way in. And if we're going to, back to actually, that was a mistake. We need 4 signs. 2 per wall. And we're going to, and like I said, those signs right there we can get back. That's if you want to get them back. Then we're going to take our lava bucket. I'm just going to use 2 because I'm creative and I like non-flowing lava. And there we go. That's done. Now, let's bust our way out. We can fill this back in. And see, we got a golem in there waiting. We'll have to make sure that we have enough cats. We need at least 7. So let's see here. We've got 6. And we got 2 golems. Alright, you know what? 2 golems aren't going to go anywhere, so this can go away. So what's going to happen now is you're going to come back in here to your water. You're going to lock that off. and just place blocks here, just to get the cats in. And if not, just seal it off, break these, get nothing, get yourself a piston. And this is actually the easiest way to seal it up. Piston and a power source. Well, kitty, time to run back in there. This is why I wanted it to be too wide, because then they don't go anywhere. Then we'll break 3 blocks, the 3 blocks here. Hey, it's our killing chamber. Get the water, and 1, 2. Come back up and break your temp blocks that you were using to hold the golems in, and get out of the way. These golems are going to fight over who gets to fall in first. Someone's going to fall in first. And then from here, you just let it load. Golems will die. As they die, you get their iron. Now, if you guys want to do the testing like I did with the number of golems, it is actually quite simple, because I was storing the cats, and after some testing before that, found out that storing the cats with this design is far more efficient than just killing them like my previous. See, we only got 3 iron per golem. So, what I did here was, let's just pop in here. Oh, right here. So you can see. I've got a tripwire hook, 2 pieces of string, both tripwire hooks attached to each other, with a dropper filled with items going into another inventory that's not going back into it. And anytime a golem would pass through this, and I can literally just stand here, and once I exit this without getting back into it, we still only have 9. So this is the way that I counted how many golems we had. I literally did it old school style, no command blocks, nothing special. And we will continue to get the iron occasionally. You might, if you happen to get a cat in here, you can set up a way to kill the single cat, and you won't be getting as much string. And you will be getting a lot more iron out of this. And it's just going to keep going. So you guys, I hope this thing was hopefully this is actually quite useful for you guys. And I'm hoping to make more videos just like this. So, but you guys, this is the Redstone Wizard. Enjoy building.